Hey guys, Mitch here with the DrC YouTube channel, and today I'm going to just dive into DRC and we're going to do a pad sound design kind of thing. And I feel like this might be just the easiest way to demo a synthesizer, is just to start from a default patch and just go with it and explain things along the way. As always, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment and I will try to get back to you. And so let's just dive into DRC. So DRC is a synth by Maginato. So it's a free synth with the in-app purchase to unlock everything, which I kind of like that model. It's pretty cool, and I don't know, it's a very interesting synthesizer that you can get some pretty cool results from. And so this right here is just a basic patch. Oh, I need to tell it to listen. And you can tell it's poly, and you can just change it from poly or mono or whatever. I'm going to keep it on poly because I am doing a pad. Now, one of the things with a pad is it kind of fades in and kind of releases slowly through. Whenever you play a chord, it kind of fades in, and so whenever I do sound design and stuff, I like to start out with kind of shaping the amp how I want the sound to go. If I want it plucky, then I'll change that. And so here on the screen here, you've got this oscillator page and you got a filter page. And so on the filter page, if you go all the way to the right, you'll see a VCA, voltage control amplifier. There's a really good manual. I will leave a link in the description. They have written a really awesome, amazing, very in-depth manual for this synthesizer, so that's really good. But you can see that envelope generator 1 is turned all the way up. And so we know that envelope generator 1 is what is controlling the amp, or how the amp responds whenever you play. And so let's go down here to the modifiers, and you have EG1, and you can see it's 1, 2, 3. It's as soon as I hit the note, it responds, and so I'm going to bring that up, and now it'll fade in. And one of the other cool things I really like about this app is you have an attack and release velocity. That you can adjust, and so it kind of curves it up or down however you want it to. And so I'm going to bring the release so it'll kind of release a little better. Alright, and so right now here we have a sawtooth. I kind of want to do a square because a square basically is a pulse width, and you can change the pulse width of the square wave, and you can also do that with modulation, which pulse width modulation LFO1. And so we go down here to the modifier section. It's one page with, each section has its own little tabs, and I just feel like it just makes it kind of clean. I love the interface of this thing. It's really clean. And so here we have LFO1, which we know is a pulse width modulator, and we can adjust the amount that we want here, and we can adjust the rate, and we can also have it synced if we want to sync it. I don't want it to do much. I just want it to kind of evolve over time, and I'm using a sine wave. And then one of the cool things about this LFO, and both of the LFOs here, and also the okay, not those. I thought the envelope had them as well, but they don't. So the LFOs have a delay. What that means is it's going to not, as soon as I press a key, if I have the delay up, it's going to delay the LFO for a certain amount of time before it engages. And so that's really good if you want to have one sound when you are holding it down for a second, but then you want it, maybe the LFO to kick in after so long. This is right here is how you can do that. And so Let's just play a... And then you'll hear it start kicking in. We can turn the LFO up so you can really hear it. So if I hit it, you can start hearing it a little more. So that's pretty, it's really cool to be able to delay that LFO like that. Alright, so I'm going to turn on oscillator 2 a little bit. Here, change, keep it as a saw. Let's see, do I want to add any noise yet? Let me bring the noise up just a little bit. Just get a little bit of a crunch. Alright, so now I want to throw on some synced dotted eighth notes. And because it's kind of fading in and not plucky, so if I go back here and change this to... You can hear the delay a little bit better. Turn the reverb on. And that'll further just give it that Alright, so next thing I want to do is let's play around with the filter here. So I'm on the main thing of the filter. And I kind of want the filter to grow as I play. And so whenever I play a note, I kind of want it to grow up like this. And then maybe go back down a little bit. And so what I can do is the envelope generator 2. I can kind of turn that up and go to EG2 here. And turn the attack up. And that's going to act similar to what an LFO does, except for it's going to modulate based on the shape of the envelope instead of the shape of the sine wave. And so that's what this right here will do. So let's turn the filter down. Let's turn the decay up so it won't just instantly. So let's listen with the decay down. Here, going, and then it's going to go. See that it went automatically back down, and so we don't want that. We want it went all the way down to where the sustain is. If we had the sustain all the way up, then it's not going to do that. But we don't want it to stay up all the time. We want it to go back down, and so we want the decay to we want it to rise, and then we want it to fall again. So. We also, whenever we release the notes, even though these notes, the notes itself is going to have a release, if we're modulating the filter, and if we have the release all the way down, it's gonna, as soon as we release the notes, it's gonna drop that filter all the way down. See, listen. And we don't want that, so we want that filter to release back down slowly. Up a little bit. Alright, so let's see. I've got some delay on here. And I have some reverb. I don't really want any chorus. I got a little bit of noise. Kind of give that wash of the noise. Okay, so here is kind of the last thing that you can do is you've got, or the last thing I'm going to do to this sound is you have a little modulation, and this is based on, this is pitch modulation on LFO2, and so we can click on LFO2 here. As I guess it's just clean. Like I want LFO2 here, so then I have the oscillators here, and I have LFO2 right there, and so that's just, it just makes it pretty easy when you're designing things. See, I don't want the amount that crazy. I just want a little bit of, just add a little bit of wobble to it, and so let's scoot back here and it can get a little out of hand when you start messing with some of these things, but so I kind of like that one too. So save a patch. I'm just going to hit the save button, and then now we can name it whatever we want to. This will be, I'll just call this one YouTube pad. Done. This was, it's kind of dark, kind of detuned a little bit, and it's a pad. I'm going to click save as. So now I have YouTube pad. Now this right here is one I did earlier, jury duty. Got a buddy on jury duty. We were texting back and forth while he's waiting. So very similar. And so there you kind of have it. You know, this is not a, you know, it wasn't like a in-depth tutorial on every little thing. If there's something in here that you kind of want me to kind of dive into, I will do that. But my plan for future videos when it comes to synthesizers is I'm just going to, you know, do a video like this to where I'm just kind of playing and designing a patch and explaining things as I go, because sometimes I feel like if you could just go through and explain everything, and that's great and wonderful, you know what the buttons do, and the sliders and the knobs and modulation and all that stuff, but to see it go from just a basic patch to something evolving like this, I feel like would be a lot more helpful to, you know, to you guys and me, because it helps me learn even further, being able to kind of understand and know where I want to go and how to get there with a synthesizer, and that's how you learn them too. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. All links or all likes are appreciated. It helps the videos. Any comments, that is great. Let me know if you have this app and if you like to use it. And yeah, all other links, Patreon, PayPal, all that good stuff is in the description. And I will talk to you guys later.